Kinda, kinda like I make this work or I die. So there's no option. The only way forward is moving, taking action. Entonces, mae, cuando yo sentí esa cuestión de decir, mae, no hay otro camino que no sea este. Ahí, o sea, literalmente es eliminar todas las distracciones o eliminar o resolver todas las problemáticas personales pasadas para que ya no sean baggage. Y decir, mae, the only way ahead is moving forward. Entonces, mae, yo puedo ver que estos maecitos, mae, con los que salen así como, mae, o sea, muy emocionados de hablar y todo, y de contar sus historias, pero a la vez como, mae, yo no soy un success story, ¿verdad? Entonces, mae, yo me puedo pensar como, mae, pensando en Six Figure, mae, ¿cómo se puede hacer para poder transferir esa urgencia sin tener que estar en una situación de life or death, ¿verdad? Porque it's not the deal, bro. Y, ¿verdad? Y uno de los más sí me dijo, mae, como, esta vara es de aguante y no hay no nos dan tools o resources extra como para aguantar, o sea, hay que ver o se aguanta o se jala, ¿verdad? Entonces, mae, me ha ayudado mucho a entender qué está pasando como en el mundo today, qué está pasando en las personas, en las vidas de las personas que están tratando de salirse de la caja y hacer su lifestyle design y las cosas que los está bloqueando, mae. Mae, eso también me está ayudando mucho a entender cómo optimizar procesos, mae, cómo hacer cosas más con orden y, y a dejar a ser paciente con el proceso y dejar y empezar a ser impaciente con las excusas, mae. Que ese es como difficult task. Pero, mae, sí, sí. No tengo una respuesta así como muy...
No, bien, entonces, hermoso, hermoso, la verdad, contento de verte trabajar. Em, Bro, bueno, congrats on the sale, ¿verdad? Me hizo muchas gracias. Si quieres puedes dejar de compartir, bro. Esto sí quiero que quede grabado y documentado para nuestro journey moving forward y para cualquier persona que esté viendo este video. Oh, se apagó tu cámara.
A ver si todavía aquí estoy.
Nice. Um, Mi
Ok.
estimado, si quiere puede entrar del teléfono. Trick que usted
Ya.
considera. Pero bueno, puedo seguir hablando, ¿verdad? ¿Me escuchas?
Sí, sí, sí.
Nice.
Yo me
Sí,
conecto al...
sí. Yep. So, Maro, 1.6 años de este negocio y entender que en efecto la realidad es que las personas necesitan entendimiento y empatía y nuestra responsabilidad es que tenemos que hacer todo, tenemos que hacer todo y darles absolutamente todo a ellos para que las probabilidades de fracaso casi sean nulas. Fue un montón de responsabilidad asociada, intrínseca a iniciar el negocio que no se conocía, no sabíamos nada de esto y las personas se vieron enfrentadas a la realidad, ¿verdad? Y nosotros también nos vimos enfrentados a la realidad. Entonces, Six Figure Engineer viene con todas las ganas de darles empatía, compasión, entendimiento, acompañamiento para que sean casos de éxito, mae. Entonces, estoy justamente trabajando en el programa. De hecho, voy a darme la libertad de compartir pantalla. como haciendo todo un literal step by step course module de la forma más sencilla, ¿verdad? Entonces, por ejemplo, Engineer Identity Reset, algo, un módulo de mindset que los prepare, ¿verdad? Crear una oferta como ingeniero, turn your skills into packaged offers, core services, yada, yada. Portfolio, client hunting systems, ¿verdad? El LinkedIn OS, el Upwork OS, booking sales, negotiation for engineers, pitching to startups or companies, delivery, scaling, cómo subcontratar. Estamos como desde lo más general hasta después todos los artefactos que tengamos para que ellos sientan que no tienen que estar como en las trincheras, hustling hard non-stop or die trying, ¿verdad? Que esa es la realidad, ma. Es que esa es la realidad de lo que se construyó al principio, el Freelance Navigator, ¿verdad? Como el espíritu del fundador era exactamente hustle hard or die trying. Pero, bro, o sea, that's not ideal. That's the worst.
Ujú,
You can actually work less and earn more. Pero fuck, we didn't know. We didn't know. We
ujú,
we knew work hard, harder, hustle harder, and make more. We know that. We didn't know systems and frameworks and no. Entonces,
ujú.
identity change, my friend. Identity change.
Qué bueno.
Y tenerte, bro, es un gran regalo, man. Te lo agradezco, man, Dani. Te lo agradezco. Vos me dices como, man, acaba de caer la primera sale, me lo mandaste justo, bro, cuando, en el momento perfecto, man. Por eso yo estaba online y por eso te dije, let's connect, bro, porque es que literal, mi hermano, estoy, exhausted de cargar con la responsabilidad de todas las personas que no son casos de éxito, man. Estoy cansado, man. Cansado, man. Y desgraciadamente o de suerte, no sé qué más hacer con mi vida. Entonces, I just have to keep doing this. Entonces, we're gonna fucking do it the best way possible. Porque no sabemos qué más hacer, man. O sea, no tengo absolutamente nada más que hacer con mi vida, bro. Entonces, man, tenerte y conociendo todo el background que tenemos, 12 years of friendship, y cómo empezó todo, y yo siendo aquel joven, muchacho joven, hustle hard, ¿verdad? Hustle more than everyone else, y tú siendo literal mi equal en opposite force, como, bro, I'm sad, o tengo estas debilidades a nivel químico, like, don't you understand? Y yo, man, te daba y te daba, ¿verdad? Tenía los resultados faster, pero, ok, tuve los resultados faster, igual me comí todo el mierdero faster, meaning mae, tuve las difamaciones en línea, tuve todo este bagaje emocional, mae, todas estas barras que han pasado, que vos lo decías, bro, vos decías, mae, el hustle hard, el power, this kind of like dark energy comes with power, comes with a price, and I am for sure paying the price. I am
Ujú.
indeed paying the price in so many different ways. Y that's enough, bro. That's about it now. That's it. O sea, el sistema colapsa, man. El sistema nervioso
Sí.
colapsa, el sistema endocrino colapsa. Entonces, man, ahora Six Figure Engineer nace desde, más bien queremos que los clients estén tan felices que they bring more people in. O sea,
Ujú.
we're building a business model based on referrals. Y nada, man,
Sólido.
tenerte aquí, bro, es a key part of the process. Hey, ma, agradecerte, felicitarte infinitamente, ma, y que sepas, ma, fuck, ma, si construimos un business, a coaching business, freelance navigator, back in the day, out of thin air, out of nothing, turning pain into purpose, and we made 160K in sales and all that stuff, and we changed so many people's lives, whatever. Ma, imagínate ahora, bro. Entonces, mae, thanks for being part. Te felicito en tu sale, te felicito por todo tu grind, te felicito por nunca giving up, con todos los lows tan lows. Mae, te honro, bro. La verdad, te honro. Y nada me va a hacer más feliz que verte, mae, ganar. Mae, vamos a tener una vida buena, man. Y no buena de, oh, we have expensive shit, sino we're good people, bro. Helping good people, man. It's real.
Yeah, that's good shit, bro. Mae, qué bueno. Mae, vos me dijiste un día una vara que le, le- lo he tenido que desmenuzar de tantas maneras y creo que te la tengo que devolver en este momento because you need to hear it again. Pero vos un día me dijiste, what got you here is not gonna get you there. ¿Verdad, mae? Mae, y eso, mae, o sea, cuando uno se trata así como de decir, como, what does that mean? Relate to my context y todo, mae, o sea, es tanta vara. Porque es que, mae, digamos, yo estoy viendo literalmente que la vida es una cosa muy, muy cíclica, muy de seasons, ¿verdad? Entonces, mae, toda esta cuestión del hustle culture, del work hard y de grind, 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 mae, es un step muy necesario de journey, ¿verdad? Como, es como ese foundation, ese furnace, toda esa vara, ¿verdad? Pero como hoy, vos ya sabes, no es el state donde uno se tiene que quedar, ¿no? Pero es ahí de donde uno saca todos los spells y combos y toda la mierda, güey. Y después de que uno sale de esa arma, es cómo reintegro, o sea, cómo absorbo y expando mi ser gracias a esa experiencia y cuál es el otro season y así. Porque, ma, digamos, cuando estamos en Ifreses, ¿verdad? O sea, yo te lo recalco, ma, o sea, y eso es algo que vos dijiste, es como, ma, si yo puedo ayudar a este ma, yo puedo ayudar a cualquiera. Porque, o sea, en ese momento, alfa testing, vos tenías dos personas, ma. Una persona que era 100% de fijo que iba a succeed, Alejandro Pereira, un crack, y un mae, un zaguate que recogió la calle, pretty much, que era como 0% success percentage, mae, así, una vara así, mae, bueno, 0.01, una vara así, mae. And it worked, porque yo seguí toda tu vara, mae. Pero yo te decía una vara y te la repetía, y es como, parece picha, vale, picha, vale, picha. Pero, mae, digamos, la razón por la que yo logré llegar a donde estoy ahorita, mae, y eso que siento que estoy just beginning y in love with the process and everything, mae, es porque on top de toda esta energía de fuego y tierra que estabas metiendo, yo le estaba metiendo mucho water y air, ¿verdad, man? Entonces, y esto yo lo veo, man, con estos maecitos con los que estaba hablando, man. Todo ese baggage, todas esas varas que people are carrying, literalmente es como literalmente es poison, ¿verdad? O sea, es cosas que están afectando el sistema físico. ¿Verdad? Afectan behavior, afectan nervous system, afectan hormone levels, afectan todo. Entonces, ma, toda la verdad es que yo decía, ya, ma, es que estoy haciendo esto y esto porque de extorsión y toda esa picha. Yo literalmente estuve en ese proceso, ma, que fue bastante intenso, ma, pero fue muy pichudo. Estaba extrayendo, ma, ese veneno, ¿verdad? Entonces, quiero que recordes ese momento, ma, que he hecho una picha, ma, íbamos al gym ahí en la mañana. Mae, entrenábamos hasta que vomitara, luego venía ahí a desayunar, a bañarme, a ponerme, whatever. Luego nos íbamos aquí, mae, que sales calls y que esto y que lo otro, y mae, me cagabas y que, mae, escucha cómo me van a cagar, y aquí, acá, 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 entonces era en el día así, pum, 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 pum. Pero luego, mae, yo en la noche, mae, era mucho así como de learning about me, mae, de resting, de understand, Entonces, mae, era un proceso cíclico, mae, donde yo estaba literalmente purificándome el cuerpo, mae, y preparándolo para recibir cosas nuevas, recibir un mindset nuevo, recibir code nuevo, mae. Y yo te decía, bro, mae, es que estas varas, mae, es importante y no, no, mae, eso es pinche, mae, eso es customers players que no quieren bretear, que no sé qué. Y mae, cuando ya ves así, los números no mienten, mae. O sea, toda esta cuestión del churn es simplemente, mae, que el canal receptor de los maes is not big enough and is dirty, so it's not entering. O sea, como un filtro de shit, bro, que hay que quitar, mae. Hay que guiar a los maes a que se dejen de autosabotear, mae. Es que este es el problema, o sea, esto es un fight against the system. Y el system está tan bien hecho, bro, para que la gente se auto cancele, ¿verdad? Entonces, ¿cómo uno le gana a esta pilla? Atacarlo por todos los ángulos, bro. O sea, no es, dele, puta, no puedo más, no. No, dele, pero, ¿sabes tanto que bueno, ya cumplió aquí, ahora pasemos a este energy, okay. Ahora aquí, ahora aquí. Like the avatar, bro, like the avatar. Entonces, no sé, esta hora es demasiado pichuda,
Yeah, buddy.
pero sí estoy viendo esas cosas que uno dice, con solo tener esto extra, the game changes. Y no te estoy diciendo más, o sea, no tenés que ser este monster Hydra de 9 cabezas que tiene que estar haciendo todas estas varas, mae. Mae, tenés alguien como a mí, mae, o sea, yo me enfoco mucho en engagement, yo me enfoco en, o sea, ¿por qué todas estas varas de la gamification, bro? O sea, es como decir, mae, qué pereza hacer toda esta picha, mae, qué pereza hacer, aprender UX de cero y no saber nada, qué difícil acá, y es como todos los hacks que hago yo, mae. En vez de estar jugando un RPG, mae, ¿por qué no hacemos mi vida un RPG? Veo una manera de que esto sea tan fun que yo no quiero hacer otra cosa. Ese fue mi hack y eso me ha funcionado. Y luego de todas estas varas que te digo, porque mae, este society lo que quiere es all you things on top until you're buried alive. Entonces, mae, ¿qué cosa más rebel, así ya, revolutionary, que ser quien se supone que tienes que ser? No lo que society tells you to be. Entonces, mae, para mí este es un proyecto que es muy pichudo, mae. Pero si sigue ignorando the other side of the coin, mae, puede quedarse así como está. Que it's not bad, but can be way more.
No, we have to. We have to. If we wait more, it's a 10x of impact, bro. We can have our own legion for freedom.
Sí, mae, total, total, mae. Y, o sea, ahí lo puse en el reporte, mae, pero, o sea, algunas de esas personas fueron como, mae, es que, ¿qué pasó con el community? O sea, nos dejaron al aire y no nos decían nada de cambios y, guay, vieras cómo, o sea, cómo el mae le dolió la vara, así como, es que yo finalmente me sentí como con mi gente y aprendí tanto de tanta gente y era pichísimo nada más estar metiéndose y ver lo que estaban haciendo todo el poco de psychos y de un momento a otro, ¡puf! Ya no había nada. Charlie estaba con toda la energía al inicio, pero después como que el esfuerzo se iba diluyendo y como que ya no era prioridad. No supe si era que ya no le interesaba más EFEN, ni siquiera a un momento llegué a pensar, ¿estará vivo? Es como, Entonces, bro, o sea, esta gente me ha dicho cosas muy pichudas. O sea, la community es literalmente una de las cosas que más valoran. O sea, hacer una pregunta sabiendo que Carlos la va a responder con power, pero que va a llegar otro poco de psychos con otros poco de perspectivas distintas a nutrir la vara, man. Community, o sea, es literal game changer, man. People need to belong to something. People are depressed. People are having all sort of things, man, porque ya no hay pertenencia, man. Y una pertenencia a decir, mae, vamos a cogernos al sistema, me cago en la puta. Let's become independent and successful and happy and whatever the fuck. Y no estoy solo, estoy con los homies, o sea, eso era un chuzo, mae. Y eso es lo que se tiene que ver cómo se mantiene, mae. Y te quería preguntar, mae, porque no sé, se me hace un toque raro, bro, pero muchos de los maes que estaban pero muy inyectados con la vara, mae, no me respondieron nunca, mae. Les he hecho ya 3 follow-ups. Mariano, Beto, Santiago. Digo, madre, pero estos son madres que realmente lograron un pichazo con esta vara. And why they just leave it out of trace?
No sé, bro. Ah, solo ellos sabrán, bro. Yo tengo suposiciones, pero realmente no te puedo dar, no puedo decir qué es la verdad, man. Es confuso, man. Es confuso. Mis, mis suposiciones es, Mariano tiene una nueva novia y ahora está trabajando con la familia de la novia. Entonces, lo que hacemos nosotros particularmente no es Beto, consiguió novia también y cambió un montón de cosas de su vida. Santi, no tengo una idea. Santi, sería bueno como hablar con él. Y los demás compitas del Inner Circle, Sebastián Quesada, Esteban, Barito, todavía se pueden escribir.
Sí, con Barito y Sebas sí me confirmaron la llamada, pero no me la han buqueado. Ma, a Barito ya le tiraba la vara. Oh, sí, sí, madre santo, que es que no sé qué. Y le tiro el link. Madre, yo, madre, nada más buquéalo ahí, weón, buquéalo ahí. Pero, o sea, esos madres decían que están metidos anuentes a la vara, pero seguro están busy, whatever. Nada más tengo que tirarles un follow-up lunes. Pero, pero sí, nada, yo no sé, yo siento como que, no sé si será como que los madres llegaron, obtuvieron lo que querían obtener y, ok, chao,
Could be,
y
could be,
ya.
could be, could be.
Pero, no sé, ma, es que también fue como at the same time, bro. O sea, de un momento al otro, yo me acuerdo, ma, o sea, ma, yo me logué a school every single day, aunque no haga ni pitches, nada más como para ver qué. Entonces, yo siempre estaba ahí como constante, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo veía mucho porque cuando estaba Mariano, Santi y así, ma, y siempre estábamos vacilando mucho con las temáticas de business y haciendo referencias de anime y de juegos y todas esas varas, que ma, era muy divertido. Pero de un poco a otro empezó a bajar toda esa vara y gone. Y luego empezó a entrar como un new wave, ¿verdad? Y luego otro new wave, pero ya era en México. Yo, uf. Primero, dope ass shit, bro, porque es expansión. Pero en la cosa de la retención es donde yo siento, porque más, o sea, ya vos debes saberlo muchísimo más que yo, porque más, tenés demasiado skin in the game. Y I'm just learning. Pero más, hacer un community, holy shit, bro. Qué difícil es hacer esa pinche. O
Sí,
sea, people want to belong, but people don't want to have effort. in belonging.
Ah, la tienes muy clara, bro. Y en realidad, mae, ahorita todo el enfoque es en que el community sea un community mal parido y que el delivery sea un delivery mal parido. We're bringing back the live events, real life events, mal paridos, porque en efecto, mae, se ha diluido mucho y mae, gracias a vos que me traes el community, me traes el community, mae, se están tomando decisiones para eso. De hecho, habíamos hecho un sunset del WhatsApp group del Inner Circle, la cosa que fue doloroso, man. Fue feo, man. Y hoy en la mañana me desperté y lo primero que pensé fue, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back, bro. We're bringing the Inner Circle back, bro. Nada más que ya no es Freelance Navigator. Now we're good. 6 feet. Six-figure engineers, Inner Circle. Entonces, justo estoy a una semana de hacer un post mal parido en School, con todos los updates, con todas las nuevas adiciones, con todo lo que se viene nuevo. Bring back the Inner Circle. Y
Nice.
sí, bro, to keep it porque mae, es fucking amazing. Es un
Sí, man.
valor amazing.
Es que, ma, digamos, para que vean la loquera de lo que es perception, cuando no hay contexto, ¿verdad? Pero yo estaba ahí chilling, doing whatever, y nada más me llega la notificación así, hey, we're closing this, thank you so much, bla, bla, y le cambiaste el nombre como a Legacy, y no sé qué, pero sin decir nada, o sea, sin explicar nada, sin contar nada, simplemente es como, ah, we're shutting down this. Yo me quedé así como, "Ish". Sí, ahora el más está pegando mercado en México, ya está expandiéndose a otras varas, está como diciendo, esto más, no longer needed. Entonces, mae, fue chocante, porque digamos, eso fue como perception, pero hago yo, mae, es que there has to be more to it. Pero imagínate, eso que me dijo Wadi, mae, como mae, o sea, de un momento ahí desapareció y esto, ¿verdad qué? Y todo muñectadísimo.
Wadi, sí, Wadi de hecho se lo que en School hace nada. Yo lo vi online y yo, wow, that guy's still there, man. Wadi. That guy is amazing, bro.
Sí, sí, mae, es súper, súper buena nota, mae. Y, entonces, sí, mae, yo siento que es muy importante ver cómo se puede mantener esa esencia, mae, porque, o sea, algo que también es importante como make amends y entender es de que como todo es así, es cíclico y seasons, las communities van a tener momentos muy pichudas, momentos ahí más o menos, momentos picha y luego vuelve a subir, man, ¿verdad? Entonces, cuando uno piensa con esa idea, uno dice, cool, cool, man. Ahorita comienza un nuevo wave, es cuestión de que el diseño en sí esté tan bien hecho para que se amortiguen los lows, ¿verdad? Pero sabiendo que la vara va sube y baja y así, ¿no? Pero sí siento que es muy importante esa cuestión de hacer que los maes que completen el programa y ya tienen tenure, mae, quieran seguir ahí, mae, quieran seguir ahí, mae. Porque mae, esto es algo que me dijo Iván, mae, y eso es algo que yo comparto al 100% con el mae. Encima es que hay momentos así ya con un estrés de la mierda y breteando así fuertísimo y todo, mae, y con ansiedad y angustia y diciendo, mae, no lo voy a lograr y acá lo otro, mae, pero nada más me metía en el school un toquecito, mae, y veía todos los icons ahí activos y poniéndole acá, yo decía, no, no, ni picha, yo voy a seguir así, sí. Entonces que con solo ver a la gente activa, ya lo quería hacer activo. Entonces, aunque uno no esté hablando específicamente con alguien, uno sabe que uno está formando parte de un grupo. En más de una ocasión los madres me dieron una mano cuando ocupé ayuda y, o sea, Mae, son cosas muy importantes, mae. En momentos, yo también en mi propio journey, mae, tal vez estaba así como medio isolated y la vara, pero yo decía, mae, no, o sea, there is this backing me up. Y en momentos en los que yo me sentí, por ejemplo, una vez que nos habíamos peleado de esas playadas, dije, mae, voy a salirme de esta picha. Y yo estaba a punto de salirme, pero en eso me llegó un mae de la nada, y me dijo, mae, es que Arturo Zamora te recomendó, no sé qué, y yo como, ¿sabes? Yo ni hablo con este psycho, mae, qué buena nota. Y luego el otro día Santi con la vara esa de Spain, oh, mae, no sé qué, mae, yo también tengo familia allá, oh, mae, sí, te comparto, mae, eso fue como en la misma semana. Y yo, mae, no me voy a salir, mae, esta hora es muy pichuda, o sea, no. Al final no pegué ese brete que me recomendaron, pero tuve una entrevista y fue en un momento como super low y eso me dio un montón de energy. Entonces, mae, sí, community, o sea, es de los top priorities de hablar de la vara, de posicionar la vara, de diseñarla, y siento que no se está hablando suficiente como de community.
Agreed. Agreed, my friend. Trust me, man. We're gonna fucking bring it back. This time, becoming stronger and smarter, porque ahora yo entiendo que no puedo hacer todo solo. Entonces, venimos con sistemas, como vos dijiste, mae, para amortiguar a la gente, para ayudarle, mae. Entonces, para que vos sepas, Dani, o sea, mi intención es que esta hora sea lo más pichudo posible. O sea, yo quiero que tengamos el mejor coaching program for engineers, starting with CR, then to MEX, then to fucking Europe. But that's the vision, homie. En todo lo que me estás diciendo, we're gonna do it, bro. We're gonna fucking do it.
Nice, 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 nice. Qué bueno, bro. Qué bueno.
What a fucking call.
Yeah. Mae, me alegra mucho también escuchar que compartirte la noticia del sello, de así te ayuda ahí con un poco de energy, mae. Y es más, eso es good stuff, bro.
I'm aware, man. I'm aware. It's been a journey, you know. Man. Gracias por no haberte salido. Gracias por ayudarme a bring it back, bro. Mi hermano, considérate chief of community, bro. I think there is no one better, no one more capable, not even me. En este punto, mi estimado Danny de la Plana, eh, call it whatever name you want it, chief of community or chief happiness officer, chief, I don't know, bro, chief cult leader, I don't know, whatever. Eh, you are the one y lo que tú consideres que haya que hacer, mi estimado, como action steps, actividades, just let me know. We will do it. Sí, sí, lo único que necesito que entendas es que la gran verdad oculta del por qué el community empezó a bajar, el delivery empezó a bajar, fue porque yo me cansé. Eso es, I thought I was invisible, bro. Pensé que nunca me iba a cansar, pensé que siempre iba a tener ese gran infinite loop of energy, y hustle harder and harder and harder, 16-hour days, dailies. I thought that was me, my friend. Hasta que me di cuenta de que no. Entonces el sistema colapsó desde adentro. Esa es the secret, the truth behind everything. Que levanté
Ujú.
esta hora with my bare knuckles through sheer indefatigability, and I couldn't hold it. I didn't know. I didn't know that we needed systems. I didn't know what we needed frameworks. I didn't know that we needed so much stuff. Y cuando me di cuenta, tenía un programa fucking amazing. I had it, the dream, pero el peso de la vara couldn't hold it, bro.
Sí, no, no, te entiendo, man, te entiendo. Pero qué bueno, man, qué bueno que has podido tener este realization y que lo llegaras a aplicar de una manera como, ok, con este ritmo is not sustainable, so how can I make it sustainable? Y eso es lo que te permite ir más allá. Entonces, what got you here? Entonces, que ayude.
Amen, bro. Viene
Qué
Manu
bueno.
para acá, para que sepas.
¿Cómo?
Manu,
Manu.
no, on the
Ah, nice,
way.
nice.
Manu inbound.
Nice, nice.
Sí, homie. Es un journey. Eso realmente, man. Tú trata de decía, bro, tú trata de decía. Una cosa es verla, otra cosa es tenerla adentro. It's true,
Sí,
man.
sí.
It's true, but we built it, bro. So we did it. We fucking did the freelance navigator, homie. We
Mm.
went through the process, mate. Manu,
Yo,
was good, sir.
Yo, what's
what's
up?
good? What's up, guys?
Friends, good to have you all. Reason of this call is we are effectively building the basis and the structure of the new program, Six Figure Engineer. The spirit behind everything that we're building now is to ensure the success of our clients, because we want to build a business that is self-sustained, meaning we need to ensure that everyone is happy and they bring referrals and they get results. We also need to make sure that we just not sort of steal others people's programs and just repackage it and resell it, but we have something that is real, which we do have. It just has to be systematized and productized and delivered properly. So that is exactly what I'm working on, my friends. And that is exactly what we're going to be focusing on um, moving forward. So I'll proceed to share my screen. Can you see?
Yes.
Amazing. So, Manu, what I'm doing is going through what obviously using course style
Yeah.
clarity, course style clarity, style
Mhm.
clarity, to then have a step-by-step approach that's modular and it makes sense. So I'm just this shit, so stop sharing. So I just wanted to show you the idea. Yeah. It's great that Danny is here and everyone's here. Manu, I'm gonna give you the mic, homie, and I kind of want you to explain to us, me and Danny, sort of like the current structure that you have laid out, and you can explain me the step by step and what's the idea. And then with the work that I did before this call, we can integrate ideas so that we can supercharge something and we can make sure that we have a step by step that works. Because my commitment is to have at least the modules clear today, tomorrow, so that we can have the new program ready this upcoming week. Right? So
Gotcha.
I'm doing it myself, and I kind of want to just have your pick up your brain and explain what we have. Now that Danny is also here, he can also listen and be all up to date. But I kind of want to just get that from you, and I'll take the mic and we'll build something super powerful.
Okay. So stop me anytime I kind of like get lost or something. Okay, just say no because yeah, whatever. So right, let's quickly share my screen here. What I was working on so far. So this I actually showed both Danny's yesterday already. So we were talking about like the modular structure and it's funny that you also bring it up, Carlos, with the course style approach, which I also took as a role model for the new one because we also have what I had in mind was also, like the different type of OSs that build on top of each other. And also yesterday we talked about it, like what each module stands for. For example, the first one is just kind of like getting the first overview of the program, and then also kind of already go into the mindset shift and also the belief system and everything.
Okay, let's go
Plus
step by
already,
step. That's too
okay,
fast.
yeah,
Let's
okay, okay,
first. I kind of need you to to explain the structure, yeah? Because like I see
Okay,
Funnel OS, Upwork OS, LinkedIn OS, Sales OS,
got it.
Delivery OS. So is each operating system is what's the idea of an
Yeah,
operating system?
gotcha. So the first one, Funnel OS, is just have the tools and the mindset ready to begin starting your journey. Meaning you have the mindset and everything, all the tools, the positioning you offer. This is the first module. With that in mind, so you know what kind of position you have, what is your offer, how you gonna approach it, with what mindset. We go over to, teach them how to use Upwork. So how to position yourself with your, build it knowledge and tools from the first module and implement basically on Upwork, which we already have with Upwork Unlocked, correct? So this is this positioning. Then we go in, okay, to the second channel with the LinkedIn OS. So we use the same information that we have from the Funnel OS, right? Your positioning, your service, your offer, everything, and use LinkedIn as a other way of positioning yourself.
Nice. So wait a sec. So what is
Yeah,
Funnel OS for again?
I mean the name we should change again, but Funnel OS is essentially the starting point, meaning mindset shift, belief system, also introduction to the whole course, of course. I forgot to mention that. And also especially to, nah, what was it? The offer, like like what's your positioning? What's your offer? What are your service?
Okay.
Like you're selecting your niche,
all right,
basically.
so let's go to course and see how they do it. Just show me.
Yeah. Ah, wrong.
Funnel OS. Welcome. Okay, click open it up. Interesting. So they have, so it's Funnel OS, traffic, sales, and product. Okay, so then Funnel OS,
Yeah.
this is so Funnel OS is basically, this is 10 videos. Yeah, can you go over
Yes,
second
correct.
overview?
But the thing is here, the funnel is it's essentially the same as we do it. It's like a preparation module, meaning all of these things are actually, introducing them to GHL. So you buy the domain, you set up your email address, you buy the VSL, you set up your VSL funnel inside GHL. Same thing here, the calendar, how to set up your calendar within GHL. So this is like getting the tools in your hand. So then once you have everything set, like your operations are set, then you can start going into, okay, Traffic OS. So how do you actually launch a
Wow.
YouTube
Okay.
channel, all that stuff.
Okay, the interesting question here, my friends.
Yeah.
Manu, I would suggest that you open like a document. I think you have double screens, yeah? Or just one screen?
Yeah. I
Okay,
can.
so what we're gonna do here is this is like our workshop together, the three of us, to make sure that we have a layout and milestones clear, obviously with my knowledge of everything that we have. So just open up a document, Danny, if you can open up a document or your notebooks, whatever you consider, obviously leveraging what you know about our clients and knowing that we need a way to keep them engaged, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay, before we do that, Manu, if you could stop sharing for a second, my friend.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, this one is the first time that I'm going to explain to you both the reality of what we have. We
Mhm.
are scammers. This way.
No, we are scared. Okay.
All right, so if you go righty, okay. So I'm gonna share my screen, my friends, and this is the very first time that I'm gonna actually tell you where everything comes from, the reality of what we have, and how it actually works. Yeah, for the first time. So I'm sharing. This is a organized way because I don't want to just talk shit. But before I explain this, let's forget that we have a program. Let's forget that we have a community. Let's forget everything. Point blank. Let's just talk like me directly, Carlos Tierres as a person. Yeah. So and if it's too much information, if it's too much workload, if it's too boring or too confusing, just let me know and we'll find a way to make it clear. Yeah. So, friends, Danny, you hear me all good?
Yeah,
Perfect.
got you.
Here we go. So the reality is the following. So I was stuck in a job that wasn't paying me enough. Okay. So I step one, I was working in a call center doing customer service. Okay. So Manu, if you could take notes or something so we can have
Okay.
this, yeah, because I think we're gonna need this because this is the undeniable proof that this is actually real and it works and it can become a replicable process for others to do. And we're basically doing a session right now, almost as if we were creating the business from scratch. Okay. So this is the reality. The reality is I was doing customer service when I was 19 years old. And I got in touch with business owners. So level one customer service, meaning I understand that there is a global market as a customer service representative working as a customer service rep. Step two, I, out of a coincidence, run into two brothers, two twins, who were playing basketball, and they shared with me the concept of a tech startup. These guys, I was 19 years old. These guys were running a business in my neighborhood because they were my neighbors. I just didn't know them till I ran into them playing basketball, and I came from the fucking call center, and I was annoyed, tired, and I wanted to hoop a little bit. So I said hi, and they were really nice. And they asked me what do I do, and I told them customer service rep. They told me about that they run a business, and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. Tell me more about it. I will go in detail now, friends. They essentially tell me that they run an online business, a tech startup, because they have created a software as a service that uses artificial intelligence to connect to accounts on Instagram and Facebook, and then analyze all of the comments associated to the posts of all of the Instagram and Facebook accounts, and then the artificial intelligence would create a report that is a sentimental report of the products, services, and current state of the account. Clear? So software as a service, you insert the Instagram account, let's say Coca-Cola Instagram account that linked it to the technology, and then the technology would analyze all of the comments associated to all of the posts, and then at the end of the week, the client Coca-Cola would receive a sentiment report. So they would release a campaign, bring Big Sugar Coca-Cola to the market. So they would start a campaign. We would track it for 7 days, and then at the end of the seventh day, Coca-Cola would receive, hey, 30% of your comments are good, 20% of your comments are neutral. Everyone is happy. All of the rest is happy comments. This is the report. These are the exact comments. These are the most used common words, and you can use this data moving forward. That was the SaaS. Clear, yeah? So I became friends with these guys to the point where they were treating me almost like a little brother. They knew I was broke. They knew mama needed money. They knew I was scared and I needed help. I quit to the customer service role and I joined them as a junior account manager. So they taught me how to use the technology and how to extract the reports. And they taught me how to talk to the clients, to explain the reports. And that was my first job, not in a call center. I was a junior account manager for a software as a service in Costa Rica that was tracking the sentiment of social media accounts. So I learned that the concept of tech startups and online business. Clear? That's the big milestone from slavery, almost like only understanding corporate jobs, cubicle type of jobs, right? to understanding that these two twins, these two brothers, they built a technology that it works, and they know how to reach out to potential buyers, and they jump on a sales call, and they close the new account, and then they have account managers that are in charge of the operation. And that was it. The fun fact, my friends, was that the two brothers were renting a big home, like a big home with I think it was six rooms. I believe it a big house. So since the business was new, what happened was that they would also rent little pieces of the home, big home, 7 rooms, big spaces, to other early stage business owners to use it as an office. Okay, so they would use 2 rooms of the 7 rooms for them to sleep, and then other upcoming business owners, young entrepreneurs. One guy had another software as a service. Another person had like a coaching business for tech professionals, and so forth and so on, like an agency owner, very young, hustle grind. When tech startups were like a huge boom, like it was popular. It was sexy to be an entrepreneur back in the day when Facebook was coming up and all that stuff. Like it was the same moment in Costa Rica, the young entrepreneurs. So far so good, yeah. Clear, Manu? Okay. Any questions? Whatever you just got, let me know. So I'm 20 years old at this moment. So this house was located literally across the street of my home. So I would be the first guy to open up the house, and I would be the last to leave because I knew I needed to learn, because I didn't have any uni. I wasn't really paying attention in high school. So I was kind of the dumber, like the most uneducated person in this whole house. Okay. Yeah, these are just the facts. So great. So became good friends with everyone. One of the up and coming early stage entrepreneurs that were paying for a space in the house to use as an office became a really good friend for me. And he told me that there was this coach online. His name is Ramit Sethi. Ramit Sethi was just launching the Dream Job program. I'm 20 years old. My new friend, owner of a new company, mentioned that there is this video course online mentor coaching program called Dream Job. He has access to it. For a while, shares it with me. I kind of look at it, don't really pay too much attention because I was trying to succeed in my job. I learned all about career upgrades, meaning I finally understand that there are different roles like project manager, content specialist, or social media manager, all these different roles. So I'm like, okay, there is a chance for you to align your strength with a role so that you can be more successful. I learned that working as a 21-year-old and throughout this whole year working as a junior account manager for a early stage tech startup. I realized that I have a chance to grow from account management to project management, that it makes sense. I did a little bit of research and it makes sense. So I don't pay for the Dream Job program. I just joined their free mailing list, and I watch every video that's online, every interview, every resource, and I do it all. Thanks to the Dream Job system, the free material, not even the paid course, the free material. Thanks to the free material, friends, I use LinkedIn to connect to people working as project managers in agencies in Costa Rica, to book a virtual coffee with one of those guys, to then land a job as a project manager in this agency. My salary went from $700 a month working as a junior account manager for a tech early stage startup to $1,500 as a junior project manager for an agency in Costa Rica. just thanks to the dream job system. Meaning, know how to optimize your resume, know how to use the interview and to sell yourself, position yourself as the top talent, bring the briefcase technique. So you have a 90 days plan or things that you could do to help them on top of the responsibilities that they need to feel, kill it in the hiring process, land the job. So it was literally a 2x, yeah, from junior account management to junior project management for an agency. So the dream job system was real. It was possible. All clear, yeah?
Mhm.
Amazing, bros. Now, as a project manager, I kind of obsess with the fact that you can upgrade your career and make more money because I doubled my income, bros. So I'm like in shock. Like this works. I have to master this the art of landing better jobs. I saw landing better jobs as my escape hatch, as my escape route from poverty, bros. So I ran into I started a whole campaign of like obsessing with what is career building and career strategies and how can I jump to more levels because I knew that there was people making $3,000 a month, 4,000, 5,000, people making 8,000 because I watched videos on YouTube about it. So I was like, how is this even possible? Throughout my research, I ran into Tim Ferriss and the books, The 4 Hour Work Week, which is all about marketing and career management and other things. And one book that changed the whole thing, my dear friends, and it is the first time that I share this with you too. The book is called The Third Door by Alex Banayan. Third Door, Alex Banayan. I read this book like 15 times, bros. I'm gonna share the book up here on the Zoom. There you go. It's in Zoom, and I'm gonna send it to you both directly. Boom, Manu and Danny. Okay. That book, Rose, taught me everything about how to using LinkedIn and reach out to high-level individuals, meaning founders or thought leaders, in a way that makes it self-evident that I am a peer to them, that I appear to have a junior role, but behave and know things that a C-level manager knows and talks about. Meaning, use LinkedIn to create a professional brand that is undeniable and it looks and it sounds like you know everything that there is to know about your industry and that you have a clear perspective and you're on top of everything that happens to the industry level, meaning disruptions, challenges, new thought leaders, best startups. Like you are on it. You are on it. So you choose an industry and you master it with clear step-by-steps and frameworks. And you create a professional brand that makes it evident that you are kind of like a top dog in an industry. And I use it, friends, I use that to make content of software product management and then use the third door, meaning reaching out to people in LinkedIn broad as a project manager to land my job at Kickstarter as a product manager. From $1,500 to $3,600. From Costa Rica to United States. From an agency in Costa Rica as a college dropout, as a very low-level high schooler, barely knowing math, using what I knew about Dream Job in combination with the third door to book a fucking job in the States. Working with brands like Panasonic. Global markets, bro. So I escaped Costa Rica for the first time, thanks to the Dream Job system in combination with the third door, which in essence is knowing how to kill it on the hiring process while creating a LinkedIn professional brand that makes it evident that you are the top dog in a specific industry. These two things combined helped me access the freelance market because I was an online product manager. And I did, again, 2x of what I was earning. No new extra certificates, no new extra master degree, no bachelor's, no nothing. Questions so far, my friends, or thoughts or whatever, because it's the first time that I share this in detail with you too. So let's make sure that this makes sense, because we're effectively homies. We are setting up the basis of the six-figure engineer program, and we're gonna change lives. So it's important that we all understand this.
Strong, bro. Love it.
It's nice, bro. Like, to be honest, I never heard this story before. I know, like, from one, let's say, like, geek stuff, I know, but everything before this is new to me, and actually, this is the most important part because, this is like the hero's journey, right? Like, going through the mud and kind of like starting out, just learning things, learning everything, and then, it may click for yourself. It's like, oh shit, it's actually there's something more to it. There's like escaping the matrix, right? That's what we always say, but it's true. And once you realize that, okay, well, shit, I can actually always multiply, double my income, and then even have like the 20/80 rule, right? It's like, well, you put in less effort to get more results, and having the obsession and then also like kind of understanding how the game works. It's really nice to understand to know actually. Mm.
Yeah, man, exactly. I shared the numbers in the chat. Customer service, $700. I did the dream job to 1,500. Yeah, to then product manager 3,000. Yeah, 3,006. So that is a reality, friends. Danny, any Filaplan, any comments now that you finally know these specific numbers? And
Bro, this is so cool because I knew parts of this story. Like when you met the guys playing basketball, I don't recall if they were called like Sandpit or Soda Ash or something. Then hearing about like Geekster and all of the things you were doing there, but connecting those basketball guys with Geekster, huge gap that you are now telling me about, and unbelievable. It's crazy. And now I know how you got to discover these top G's like Ramit Sethi and Tim Ferriss. I always had that question.
amazing, bro.
So
any
cool, bro.
comments, Danny? Now that you know a little bit of the situation of the clients, something that I should add now that we're recording this session.
Oof, yeah. Definitely your journey is a huge selling point. Like quick comment, but Ivan mentioned to me like, hey, it will be so awesome that Carlos shares a little bit of how he does things, so we can see like, hey, I'm gonna get just for the fact for you guys to see how I do this, I'm gonna get an interview and a job offer. I'm gonna decline it, but I'm gonna show you how you're gonna get it. So you can show, and he said like we can better understand if you show how you do it instead of just telling us how you did it. So that's a huge one. Andres Castro also said like, and I'm completely aligned now that I'm hearing this and connecting the dots. But hey, Charlie's having such a wasted opportunity because he has such a good story, such a good background that he's not taking advantage of. He could simply say like, hey, I got myself good jobs at top companies.
Quick pause, my friend. I love that. I just want to mention Randy just joined, And if you pay attention, he just joined literally at the very point in which we're talking content. So these are sort
No.
of the synchronicities that are,
Mm,
are happening
mm.
now, homies. Now that we did a proper sunset of Freelance Nav and we're trying to build the new. I don't particularly want to share with you guys esoteric or magical or but there's a lot of synchronicities happening. And Randy, thank you for joining. Continue, Danny.
Love it, love it. Yeah, like, and Andres said this really strong thing, which is, like, talking as you, like, hey, I'm Carlos. I have worked in top companies and I got it there from the ground up. I know how they think. I know what they look for, so I can actually help you to be a potential fit for them. The exact words are in the report, but basically it's this. Like, instead of being like, hey, I can help you how to get more money and make $10,000 a month, is this story, this, like, hey, I actually went through that. I can get all of this happening for you. So yeah, loving it.
Nice, man. I love that. Okay. So that was effectively like Manu said, the hero's journey, yeah. So like, okay, the dream job system plus the third door approach, which is effectively just like how to understand how companies think and what they actually look for and what they need, and you just make evident in your marketing toolbox, your cover letter, your resume, and the stories, the answers that you tell them, that you are the best fit for them, specifically for the specific needs that they have at the very fucking moment. Because you do deep research in terms of their quarterly goals, their challenges, and what they need, and the roles, and you literally master the role to the point in which you know it like your fucking hand, and you master the company's needs till you fucking know how to tell them everything. So the answers that you provide on the interview almost sound if God Himself sent you to this company. And it is not particularly real, but it's also not particularly a lie because you did put in the fucking work. So, it's an interesting reality. To then understanding the third door, how to communicate with top dogs, C-level managers, founders, and how to create a LinkedIn professional brand that makes it evident that I am a top talent in a very specific niche. So if you combine them both, if you can be a top talent throughout the hiring process, and now you have a LinkedIn professional brand that makes evident that you are the best project manager for marketing for artists, then once you apply, the response rate is high. And then once you start the hiring process, you are literally the best candidate because no one else has the chance to answer the answers that you can provide unless that person is literally the best fit, in which case they should get the job, right? So all clear. Give me a thumbs up, everyone on call.
Yes.
That is exactly what we're doing.
Mm.
Okay, so this is dream job in combination with the third door. I think action step for everyone on this fucking call. The third door, Alex Banayan has a audiobook that is very straight to the point, and the guy is fucking amazing. And that book, I think, is free somewhere in YouTube. Everyone should go and listen to this book. Everyone, Alex Banayan, the third door, action step for everyone on call. It's gonna change your life, like it changed mine. Okay, so we land to Gigster, $3,600 a month as a product manager working with huge companies. Now, something that relates to mindset and habits and performance. This is where the new friends in EPA, Danny Rodriguez and Talo, part of the team, it's all about mindset and performance and systems. And as I was speaking to Vilaplana at the start of the meeting, the huge piece, the mindset piece is the capacity to commit to a protocol and a set of tasks and do it consistently till it works. Yeah. So we have the dream job system in combination with the third door frameworks meaning know how to kill it in an interview, create a professional brand in LinkedIn, and make and understand how to reach out to C-level managers and founders to book fucking calls, to now then understand the fact that once you start creating a professional brand on LinkedIn, you need to consistently post. You need to actually fucking know your industry. So what is the deal here? Know your industry requires deep research. Deep research. Everyone who I need notes from everyone because this is the chance, bro. This is our chance. Deep research, analysis, actually caring to know the top companies and what they do. They do the challenges to the industry level, the disruptions and upcoming new tech, and it's gotta be exciting for you. Okay, so I'm gonna set this fucking thing in the chat. So know your industry. Know your industry, friends, is the first fucking phase of the what used to be the Freelance Navigator program. If you remember, we used to have the taco system. The taco system was what I created to help people do literally product management level research for specific industries. Meaning you're gonna fucking break down an industry from top to bottom. So Drosky's around, yeah? Okay, Drosky's around. Drosky wants to be a project manager for artists globally. So he in the first phase of the program, Freelance Navigator, the first task is know your industry, meaning you're gonna do the taco system, meaning you're gonna do a product level market research, top to bottom, knowing what are the top S&P 500 companies that relate to what you want to do, and then the mid-level companies that make less than $1 million a year, and then the underdog companies, the early stage startups that are needing PMs of what you want to do. So that's a lot of shit, bros. And this is where most people get stuck, our clients. Okay. So far so good, yeah. Nice. So these my friends, we have finally arrived to the point in which you understand why people fucking leave. Yeah. Because this is a lot of work. It is tough. It's hard work. On top of all of your emotional baggage, on top of you have to pay the bills, on top of I have to fucking wake up early tomorrow and clock in my current job, and on top you have to now master an industry. Makes sense, yeah? Makes sense why people drop off. Makes sense why I asked 100 people to do the fucking taco system and only 22 did it, 33 did it. Because it's a grind. Because Freelance Navigator was created as a grind because I was a grinder. But now we're coming with something different. But I'm explaining you everything. So far, so good?
Yes.
If it's overwhelming, you
Yep.
tell me and we can pause. But that's the first thing. So, homies, now I'm
Can
gonna.
can I say something real quick? Well, we just entered the call. So specifically, what's the intention of the call? So I start to direct my mind into it.
We are going through the background and all of the stories of the creator of the program Freelance Navigator and explaining the Freelance Navigator program. And we're making lists of all of the steps so that we can now leverage the knowledge that we have in terms of efficiency systems and simplicity to create a new program, Six-Figure Engineer, in a way that is easy to follow and it's clear step by step.
Amazing. On that, I assume that on that thing you said about the taco system and stuff. I love what Danny said in one of the latest meetings about when you start a video game and it starts small and then it starts to get harder and harder. I think when someone first explained me the freelance navigator method, I was like, wow, holy shit, I could never do that. Like that's too much work, right? But then since when you sent me the list, the doc with the list of things that I should do, and I started to do it, it was hard because there was a lot of things. But then when I did the thing, I was like, oh, it's not that hard. I mean, if I just go for like one step or two steps or three steps, it's very easy. I mean, it's not easy, but it's simple. So my thing here is, if you it is hard, but if you grab it like a step by step, I think it's gonna be way, 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 way easier. And even later, if it's hard, it's not really that much of a problem.
Yep. Good. So continuing. Alrighty. So we land to the product manager role abroad using the Dreambook system in combination with the third door. Okay. So now I want to grow again. I'm making $3,600 a month, and I noticed that the next jump for me, it's called project specialist. Again, I'm gonna repeat. So in every career endeavor, there is always a career path. So there is a step-by-step way for you to make more money, have more responsibility, and have more impact in the business. So you get paid more. So account manager, project manager, product manager, and there is one called project specialist right after product manager. Requires more skills, more responsibility, and in this case, project specialist get into marketing and sales. So it's a product manager that handles software that also knows business. So what do I
What's the name again? Sorry, what's the last name again of the?
project specialist?
Thank you.
This information you guys can review in the last LinkedIn profile that I created. I'm gonna share the link because I made updates on it, and I made I made it real so you can see everything. Team, it's already like a lot. You wanna continue? Should I just like move on another 3 minutes and then
Yeah,
we
just
stop?
continue this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One more.
That's good.
All right. Good stuff. All right. So project specialist. So what do I start to do naturally? I understand that if I combine the dream job system with the third door, I can effectively, looks like I can land whatever job. I can make content in LinkedIn that makes evident that I know my shit, and then I hope to kill it in an interview. So I decide that I'm going to land a project specialist job. What happens is the fact that the first time when I landed the product management role, I only created 11 posts of value in LinkedIn. And it took me 3 weeks to land a job because I got lucky, I guess. Sometimes happens. Sometimes you get lucky. For the project specialist, it took me 6 months. And this is where things get super interesting. It took me 6 months to land that fucking job. To the point in which for the last month, I was even scared that I wasn't going to have any money. So it wasn't 11 posts of value in LinkedIn or just easy 7 virtual coffees. It was more like 50 virtual coffees. And it was more like 120 different posts. That's when my fucking LinkedIn account grew from, I think I had 800 followers to like 10 plus 10K. I remember my LinkedIn for the first time, it was plus 10K followers. And I put out like 100 posts minimum. From product management to project specialist, from moving to Gigster to a company in United Kingdom. And I went from 3,600 to 4.5K. From product manager to project specialist. The project specialist was in Web3. It was NFTs and blockchain.
I know.
Questions? Okay. So that's why I mentioned the fact that we had a conversation earlier, and Randy Drosky with a customer success manager coach, and he told us that they have systems that they can prove that some people get the result faster, some other people get the result longer. I understood today that this is true because it happened to me. I went from project manager making $1,500 a month to product, a Gigster, 3,600 in a matter of a month, kind of like magic. But it took me 6 months, bros. And I just remember that. It took me 6 months from product manager to project specialist. And I had to do a crazy amount of research. And I think I sent like 3,000 connection requests. And I published over 100 posts about it. And I failed so many times. I failed so many times. Even though I knew about the dream job system, I failed so many interviews. So many. And I'm not joking, bros, but I think I did like 40 interviews. So it was a grind from product management to project specialist. It was a scary grind. And I think it's a combination of factors, and this is where the reality of things lay, because it's the consistently of the behaviors without you having certainty that it's actually going to work and that it's actually going to work for you. So it's easier to give up once you have a bad day or you feel like it doesn't make sense or something. Posting valuable content, just getting no's in hiring processes. It's a really bad experience. But again, I was a hustler, and I was going to make it work no matter what. So I went through the bullshit. And I think the reason why we have a 75% churn rate is because people, the ones that don't get lucky, are the ones who are not crazy enough to do it until it works. It just feels like there's no sense. Feels like there is no sense to it, bros. Comments, reflections, everyone. I need reflection from everyone.
Bro, I think that one of the main problems right now regarding this churn rate is the transfer of mindset, the transfer of this value nugget, like commit to a specific protocol and do all of the task requires until it works. Like being able to properly transfer that statement to people to understand it is really, really, really impossible to fail if you actually do it. And to add on top of what Randy said, like, yeah, when we see like, oh, holy shit, this all the things I need to do, you see this big mountain, it's like, I'm a tiny ant, I cannot climb it. But once you start to, break it step by step with the big picture in front of you, but just the minimum step needed to move forward and committed to that is incredible. And the last thought is we can see like, okay, this is gonna be 6 months of hard work. Oh no, I cannot do it. But no, in addition to breaking it down, in the path ahead, there's gonna be so many wins, so many learnings, so many experiences that people need to understand that this value, this process, this journey is even as important as the destination. So it's just a matter of being able to people understand that.
It's amazing. Manu?
Interesting.
Yeah. So to actually add to that, I think, I mean, first, of course, you're totally right because as we had before, like we with FN we had like the grind mindset, right? Just like the hustle mindset, and this is really hard to fathom for most people that are not used to that, especially. And it is an hour like this is essentially what they pay for, right? To just have this mountain, as Danny put it nicely, just to kind of like put it into feasible edible steps and pieces that feel digestible for them, right? Of course, at the end of the day, they must, they have to go through the shit, yes, but it's a way of packaging it, right? And also make it more easier, let's say. And of course, since you did the learning, so you failed, you did things wrong, we have uh, the path for them already laid out. It's just a way of kind of like showing them, okay, look, there is a mountain, but there's also an easy way up the mountain, right? So it's interesting, really, it is.
Lovely, bro. Randy Trotsky.
Yeah, so basically, first of all, honor you because every time that that you share the journey, I always get impressed for every shit that you go through. Um, and then yes, basically what Manu said, there is already a road that you paved. So how are we going to show them? Because well, a client already got the first client in 30 days, right? No, he didn't need 6 months. So it's basically how can we ensure results in 30 days, specifically on the type of person, meaning do you have a background in XYZ? And if you don't have this, you can get the 30-day or the 6 months program, let's say. So but that's basically the insight because you already go through shit, so others don't have to.
Yeah, for me, I'm thinking about a lot of how can we make the program not just work, but how can we have the reward system of them actually triggered? That's what I'm thinking, and I'm gonna go do a little bit of research for that. Because I go back to the first time I was told this system. What I said to the guy was, bro, that's like building a company. I mean that's so much work that is like building a company. So why I mean why would I do all of that work for like I mean how much can I make like go from 2,000 to 3,500? I mean that's like building a company. And maybe I don't want to build a company to make a thousand extra, right? So that was the first thing. So first thing that comes to mind is which of those people that we're trying to sell actually want our help, not just the result? Because this is the vehicle. I mean, we're selling them the vehicle, but which of those people actually want the vehicle, not the results that we are selling through the vehicle, right? And the other thing I'm trying to have that I think is a good insight is this is an ability that people can use to make $1,000 extra, right? Which is amazing. Or they can even make $5,000. Or go. I'm saying 1,000 because you said 3,500 to 4,600, right? And I saw that example with Beto, for example. So they go from like 2,000 to 4,000, 6,000, 4,600, etc. So I think this is like the norm, right? But these same abilities that you use to make 1,000 or 2,000 extra, you can use them as not like a software, but like a company, right? And they can make way more money than that. So, and they actually are the people.
This is 100% true. Because
Yeah,
what we teach them is that's why that's why we tell them now without quitting your current job, because you can keep what you have, do the Dream Job plus third system, land a second job with more money or the equal money, so you 2x.
yeah, basically. So what I'm trying to say here, and it's a little hard, but the thing is, people that really want to eat that shit is that almost building a company are the ones that probably have a company and they have already gone into shit and they can
Not
use.
really, not really, not really.
Not
No,
really?
but no,
Okay.
man, no, because like you can have the capability of execution, but you just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sure. And what I'm saying is, of course, there's also people like Beto or Mariano that they're gonna put in the work. What I'm trying to see is Also, that the people that have a company are gonna have a way or an agency is what I'm trying to say, are gonna have way more ROI on their investment than specifically just like a regular engineer, right?
Yeah, depends on them. Because for someone like Beto, if you are stuck at $3,000 and you feel like there is no way up, because it feels like there is no way up, many times feels like there is no way up, or like the way up is fucking long, like it's gonna take 3 years for you to do 3,500. If you go through a 3 months program and then you get a second job to the same amount of money, it's like another 3,000, or you get a better job and it's 4,500. It's not just $1,500, bro. That's 10K, that's 12K, 13K at the end of the year. What can you do with extra 10K? Coming from a background of like being stuck at 3K. So that's actually huge. And you don't need any certifications extra. You basically do more of the same. Or you just get a better job that is literally doubled, which happens a lot of times. So it's really contextual.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But it's good that you're thinking these things. So actually, bro, write it down in the group. Write it down like right now so you don't forget, because this is really, I think, was 3 different issues. It's really, really good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing it right now.
Okay, bro.
I
So
would like to add something else. I think it's very important and also can relate to my experience based on what you said. But when you say like this is a mountain to climb, it's a big amount of work. It takes a lot of effort, and you mentioned like people can quit you of they have emotional baggages, or they have these bills, or they have family responsibilities, all of these things. The idea that comes to mind is when you're going to fight this boss, and in order to open the room, you need to gather certain requirements. Like you need to get the sword from whatever the fuck, and you need to get the shield over there, and like things that are scattered, like requirements to even open the door to battle. I will say that it's kind of important to make people understand that this sprint is gonna be time boxed, sort of, right? Being like, well, we're gonna get all of this amazing good shit for you and sky level your career, change your life, but for 2 months, for 3 months, for whatever the fuck, you need to commit to the protocol. And in order to be able to enter the door, please make sure you have your bills covered. Please make sure you have X covered.
yeah,
Please make
very
sure you
good.
have this covered. Because
Nice.
I have tried to do that without nothing of that. I remember in Fresa, you tell me like, bro, you have to do these researches, and I need a document that you research 50 companies, and I was like, bro, how the fuck I'm gonna do this shit if I'm worried how I'm gonna pay my rent and I don't have food in my fridge, and it's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna try, but I'm dying. So it's kind of like adding so much complexity, so much difficulty on top of something that is very difficult. Um, I
Bro,
made it work
amazing.
somehow, but bro, I don't recommend that shit to no one. Like never. So I will say something like that, to make sure people understand that they're going to go through a sprint that is a time box. They need certain requirements, certain things in order for them to be able to keep pushing and understanding that there's not only a destination, but it's the process that is going to give them a bunch of shit.
Manu,
Powerful. Yeah. Yeah.
that is fire. That's one of the greatest fucking things I've heard that we need to do, bro. Because we were just talking about that in the morning. These types of preparation modules, it's extremely important because it is real. Nothing better than to have a video explaining them, for them to be ready and prepared, because it is true. I'm grateful, and I think this is a good opportunity to close, bros. we'll find the time tomorrow to do this again, if not Monday or whatever. But I want everyone to be a part of the journey because there's so much to break down, so many different perspectives if we're actually going to build the best fucking product. And that's what we're gonna do. We can close it. Manu, any closing thoughts? So Danny, Randy,
I
Drosky.
have maybe a closing thought for Danny and Manu to go. Um, I have the question, what are the actual benefits of 6P? Time, money, career path development, work anywhere, work on what you actually want and are passionate about. So all of those things are like when I create content, I do micro hooks or hooks when I start to create the content and open loops when I finish the content. So I'm always trying to put one of those things on everything that I create. So when you communicate every single message that you want to communicate, always try to throw a little bit of of those things on the content that you're gonna do. Like refresh the people, sell the idea all the time, sell the idea all the time, for them to remember why they're doing something that has nothing to do with the result. Because when people are on the vehicle, they tend to forget where they are going, right? So make them feel the beach with the music, right? Make them feel where they are gonna go when they're driving. That's the only thought that I have to close this.
I just want to understand, guys, and maybe Carlos can answer this. We are creating the 6 feet program, right? So right now we are basically making a retrospective of what Carlos did, what we have, so we can create the program, right? However, we need to take action immediately. So what's the current situation right now on reducing the churn rate for this week?
What's the current situation right now to reducing the churn rate this
Like
week?
how what we are doing, what we are talking are going to help us on the short term to reduce the churn rate, or get the clients like a video about how to prepare for this program. I believe something that we talked last week that is very, very important is to create the process of onboarding. So it's just like a 15-minute call that Saul can make with people, that maybe like this, the last thing that you said, how to prepare for this program. So just for this week, 15-minute call for the new closes. Hey, this is how you can prepare, like when you enter the restaurant and they offer you a cup of water or bread, like Carlos said. So something that actually help us right now.
Okay. Uh,
So the question can be, what is the best next step for the clients for everything that we just talked?
Danny, any ideas?
Yeah. From the onboarding checklist, how many things have been completed? I saw the welcome video, which is great. I saw the some advancements on the thank you page the Manu showed.
Finished.
Finished. Awesome.
Nice.
Um,
Can
what-
we go? Yeah, finish Danny, but then let's go over that because I don't even know how it works. So, but yeah,
Yes.
continue.
Yeah, there is a specific task that I'm currently working on, which is the welcome email sequences. So I want to have this email sent immediately after they pay, then another email sent 24 hours later, then an email sent 3 days after payment, and then a last one a week, 7 days after payment. So those emails have the objective of keep reinforcement action. Keep them. Don't forget the reason they joined. Keep the energy high. Return them. Kind of like was completed. You don't think stop. Okay, good, good.
Yeah, that
Um,
all makes sense, right? This me
Yeah,
yeah,
me me trying to fucking take some notes because it's a lot of stuff.
processing notes. So basically, what the expectation here is that the welcome email sequences be delivered for this week, the full copy, and they have three emails. One immediately when the call is closed, 24 hours later, and then 1 week, right?
3 days. You're missing the
3 days.
3 days. Yeah. So
Okay.
immediately, 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days.
3 days, 7 days. Okay, perfect. And this is to
Each email has a specific purpose, but the whole sequence of events is basically to keep them aligned. If they distracted, if their energy is low or whatever, to make them return into the program. So, for example, the first email they get immediately is about their access codes, like how the platform works, like basically expectation setting and setting them for success. The 24-hour email is an email more for pushing them to take action, pushing them to submit their first post, like pushing a little bit of engagement in the community, like talk to people, do this, do that, don't, like keeping them in the track, right? Then the 3 day email, I'm still figuring that out.
okay.
The seventh is kind of like a summary of the first week of the program,
Okay.
basically helping them to absorb what they're learning, making the identity shift, and it's kind of like moving them to keep this in place, like properly adopt the new mindsets, adopt the new.
Bro, that's
Um,
amazing. Yeah, that's really
Okay.
cool. I like that.
yeah,
So okay, perfect. And how does the thank you landing page is gonna help us with that? Because I think it's redundant having a thank you page and an email
No,
24
it's
hours
Robo, it's
later.
fine. That's fine. Bro, I'm not sure if you're seeing it, but people have been sharing screenshots of how many emails Alex Hormozy that were redundant said with the new launch of the book. He literally sent like 30 or some shit of emails, all redundant.
Bro, my whole inbox was fucking full.
Yeah, so
I had like
I think it's
20
great.
emails.
We
I,
fucking blast them with bullshit. Yeah.
and I open them all. Like
Okay.
I'm very hyped up about the thing. So to answer your question, super simple. Thank you page is immediate dopamine boost. Like, okay, I'm entered this, I'm officially into this program.
Okay.
What is next? And also it gives me an action to look forward. You're going to get an email that is get your access, and in that email is a more in detail school walkthrough, right? We
Okay.
cannot have that in the thank you page because it's gonna be like a lot. But
Hmm.
it's basically just have them a quick easy win, a quick boost of energy, dopamine, like okay, I'm entered this program, I have invested. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I'm gonna get this email, they're gonna have it on top of their mind, and it's gonna be like, okay, this is how everything works, this is how school works. So I have like it's ideally it's an email they can bookmark and keep on top of, pinned on top of their
Nice, nice.
their thing
Okay,
as
so
a
wait a sec.
reference.
Wait a sec. So the landing page is ready, yeah? So this is the landing page, instant open. Can you show your screen, man? Let's see.
Yes, really.
Broski, put a task for you that we need to have a centralized, like a list of complete of the systems, all of the systems that we use and what they are used for. See if we can do all of that stuff in one singular system like EHL in process of saving some money and complexity.
Copy.
Oh man, look at that,
Yeah,
bro.
this is the site. If you reload it, confetti, energy is high,
Okay, yeah.
fucking say, and
Lo-
then the video's playing already with the video, with the steps
Love it.
here, 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, this is
Oh
the
Love it.
man, that looks
nice,
good, bro.
right? Clean. I wasn't sure about the green, but it fits.
That's what I was thinking, bro. My
Alignment
program,
again, right?
yeah. So they pay me on a call, let's say, and
Yeah,
then I send them the link, yeah. Like, hey man,
yeah,
go take a look here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you are wrapping up the call, when you are like, hey, thank you for joining, blah blah, goodbye, and it's like, hey, make sure you see this first immediate action. See this. So it could be like about when you are closing the call. So
Nice.
you part ways, but they go are ready to see this immediately.
That's cool.
Yeah, and as you see, the video is the very first action item, is the first thing that you're gonna see. You know, in hierarchy is the most important thing. It's a quick video, is setting up you for what comes next. So you see the video and it's like, okay, cool. What do I need to do next? So scroll down a little bit. There are just three things to do, right? So I'm gonna get an email that is gonna get my credentials, gonna get how to play, gonna get there's this platform, how it works. So it's just three steps that you need to follow. And
It's
you're
good.
you're gonna need you're gonna understand that you are gonna need to take a little bit, at least 10 minutes of your time to prepare, to learn, to educate yourself about how everything works. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
fast, but the email is, it's important stuff. So you're gonna be like, okay, nobody interrupts me for the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna like study this shit.
Thanks, bro. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, next. So I'm not sure if Trotsky is I don't know, the thank you page is done. So done and ClickUp, done, success, done. Yeah.
Yes, I already closed it.
Nice. Next up, what is it? It was a video, no, like email sequence.
Yeah, email sequences.
Okay, nice.
So that's something I'm working on. Um, but what we will need for the first one is the walkthrough of a school. Like it has to be detailed video, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, but showing like this is how the
Randy.
community works, this is how the tags, this is
Uh,
Yep.
the classroom, this is how you send a message, this is the leaderboards, this is what the leaderboards are for, this
Yeah.
is
Happy to do it. Happy to do it. For sure.
yeah.
I mean, just that again, like we should, as you said before, Charlie, should focus only on the things that may be related to the data-driven things, because as I said, school has that already automatically in place. For new joiners, they have like a 1 minute video, just quickly, here, make a post, here, how you like, here's the classroom, here's the calendar. So we don't need to have like redundancies. It's just maybe important, to say to them, okay, look, on Mondays, we're gonna have those calls, on Tuesdays, these calls. Here, I don't know, you can find the resource hub to see, okay, the Q&A, all the recordings, Q&A calls and stuff like this. This is more important than to just like say, okay, this is how you do a post, because this is already automatic from school.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's a good point, but here is the thing. Like we cannot use default solutions, like a cookie cutter solution that school gives us by default. Is kind of just a placeholder. We need to come up with our own, because like 9 out of 10 people said to me in this research, I never understood how school works. It kind of made me dizzy. I didn't understand how to properly use. I was shy to ask. So they were just like keeping their doubts for themselves and just sabotaging themselves. So basically, this is not only to replace the placeholder that the school gives us, but it's also more about the the program rules. Like they are entering a new universe, how the universe here works, what are the community rules, what are the calls about. So it's in detail, so people can be excited about, oh, there's gonna be a sales call, a group call
Nice,
every
bro. Okay,
Tuesday, all of
Danny,
these things.
my friend, action step for you, because I'm gonna forget all of this stuff. Like I can tell.
Yeah, I have it.
Just you send me the message, yeah, bro. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Homies, I
I'm gonna
think
put like the structure for the walkthrough.
thank you. Yeah. I think this is great work. Just thanks everyone around here. I think we have a good chance to fucking kill it, bros. And we will it will be done. So thank you for joining. This was a fucking long call on a Saturday. So thanks for being in the trenches. Thanks for caring, helping everyone individually. Proud of all of us. And let's fucking go, bros. Let's go. We'll keep fucking building. Ciao,
Let's
ciao.
go. Ciao, ciao.
Let's go.